Hi, my name is Brianne Fellows, a current UVic PDP student, future educator, and perpetual learner. As our observations and classes have progressed, I've encountered several questions. However, I decided that for my inquiry, I would like to focus on one aspect of the school environment. I asked myself, how do uniforms and dress code affect a student's learning experience? Let's start from the beginning. Before being able to answer the question, I found it necessary to take into consideration Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow suggests that in order to reach self-actualization, we must first begin at the physiological stage. Are our basic human needs being met? Next, we move to safety. Are we in a safe environment? After that, love and belonging. Do we feel like we're part of a community? The next step is esteem. Do we have the confidence in our abilities and the respect of others? And lastly, after all the previous needs have been met, we can attempt to reach self-actualization. If you look at the pyramid, we can deduce that we require a feeling of safety and security, as well as love and belonging, in order to reach the level of cognitive performance, which would be found in the esteem category. So now that we know Maslow's theory, what does this tell us, and how does this relate to clothing? Well, when I looked at the research surrounding the efficacy of uniforms and dress codes, the researchers, in my opinion, were asking the wrong questions. The questions being asked were, does the implementation of uniforms increase a student's cognitive performance? Is there a correlation between uniforms and student achievement? Instead, and taking into consideration Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the research should be taking into questions, do the uniforms or dress code within the school ensure a sense of safety and belonging in students in order for them to reach the esteem step where cognitive function can begin? The efficacy of either uniforms or dress codes can vary depending on the school. However, what school administration should be taking into consideration first is student safety, and clothing choice can have a large impact on the feeling of security and belonging. One example in particular is gang-related clothing. Are there specific colors or accessories that should be banned from school property? Another question to ask, would uniforms be appropriate in order to create a sense of inclusion? Or would uniforms stifle student creativity, creating a sense of unease within their environment? There is one major conclusion that I came to through the inquiry process. There is no correlation between uniform or stricter dress code introduction and academic achievement. Therefore, the decision on student clothing should be primarily based on its contribution to a safe and inclusive environment. In addressing these issues first, we can then see if there's a correlation between clothing and academic achievement later. Now you tell me, you'll find in front of you three sets of clothing. One is a typical uniform. The second is a regular dress code abiding t-shirt. And the third, an inappropriately provocative t-shirt. What are your reactions to these different outfits? Rate a short feeling on each outfit with the Sharpies available that expresses your gut reaction. Thank you for listening and participating.